What's up guys, BltzZ here today bringing you another video. And today I'm happy to bring you guys the viewer requested guide for Hell House hard mode boss fight. This fight can be tricky, but if you understand and know the mechanics, it's not hard at all. Trust me when I say this, most of you will be surprised by this video and by some of the things that we will talk about. In this video we will break down the exact build I'm using, as well as the boss mechanics and how to survive. The method in this video is very straightforward, no fancy things such as taking no damage, however we will skip a few mechanics, especially towards the end. Thank you guys for the support on these videos. I'm happy with the requests you all have been giving me. If there are any other videos you'd like to see, be sure to comment below what that is. I'm more than happy to break it down for you guys. We're trying our best to get a video up at least every other day. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more Final Fantasy VII videos. You won't want to miss these. And without further ado, let's get into the video. For the Hell House boss fight, we only have access to Cloud and Aerith. Starting with Cloud, we're going to be using the hard edge to deal the most physical damage possible, the Supreme Bracer for physical defense and a bit of magical to go, and the Fury Ring so that we could deal crazy damage. But remember, with this equipped you also receive more damage, and on hard mode, if you're not really used to this, feel free to switch to anything else. When it comes to the materia, we're gonna have healing on just in case because this fight can be a little unpredictable. He does deal a lot of damage, and we just want to be safe. Revival just in case because sometimes your teammates like to stand in silly areas and get their shit rocked. ATB assist so Cloud can give Aerith ATB when he uses 2 focus thrusts, which we will be using a lot in this fight. ATB stagger always comes in handy, especially with how many times we will be staggering this boss. And for even more damage off critical attacks, I added a luck up materia. We can actually add 2 of these if we remove revival. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. And an HP up because Hell House can really put on some crazy damage and we don't want to get one-shotted because the AI stood in the wrong spot. And on the armor slot, we want to have elemental materia so we can pair it with lightning. Cloud will be in close range at all times against this boss. Hell House often changes modes and sometimes he goes into a lightning mode that's really hard to dodge incoming damage from. So with this combination, lightning attacks can actually heal Cloud and really helps us out. Poison materia is super important for this fight. It works really well against Hell House. Trust me, you're gonna need this. And the final materia is the summon materia Bahamut for more physical attack damage. But you could also put on Ifrit if you want for more defense. It's your choice. For Aerith in this fight, we're going to be using the Mithril Rod to deal the most possible damage that we can, the Chain Bangle for 50-50 defense and 4 materia slots, and finally the Fury Ring for that sweet, crazy damage but lower defense. When it comes to the materia for Aerith, we have Magnify on her paired with healing just in case we need to get everyone back up because there are some unpredictable moments. Now for this fight, we actually need to have all the elemental spell attack materials equipped. So ice, lightning, wind finally, and fire. These are super important when it comes to the Hell House. MP up always goes really well on Aerith for extra MP, a revival materia just in case things go wrong so we can get Cloud back up, magic up for more bonus damage, and an HP up so that we can survive longer, and finally we have the Leviathan materia to deal more magic attack damage. The Hell House boss, especially on hard, is very tricky if you don't know the mechanics, so I'm going to break these down for you as we see them come up live. Soon as the fight starts, switch Cloud to Punisher mode and begin attacking until you build 1 ATB bar. Cast Byoga immediately and switch to Aerith and hold down and launch a fully charged Tempest attack. Then you can switch back to Cloud and continue attacking. The Hell House will summon 3 Tonberries here, but Poison when it detonates will kill at least 1 or 2 before they come out. Poison will last on Hell House this entire fight and continue to deal really good damage on it. Switch to Aerith to build ATB off of attacks and pay attention to Hell House's windows. It always starts off in fire resistance, so cast BltzZ here with Aerith and switch to Cloud and continue damaging, because this will be enough to push the boss into the second phase. Throughout this fight, you have to pay attention to the windows on the Hell House. Whatever color it's showcasing is the resistance that it currently has. So if it's red, you need to use ice magic. If it's white, you need to use fire. If it's blue, you need to use wind. And if it's green, you need to use lightning. This is super important to deal crazy damage and get them as close as we can to getting staggered. For this next part, we need to make sure that we're controlling Cloud and he has at least 1 ATB bar ready to go. The Hell House will begin charging at you, and what we need to do here is activate Counter Stance. This will counter the charging attack and put the boss into a pressured state. Now while Hell House is in this pressured state, it is important that you do not get him staggered or don't raise the stagger gauge too high. Just keep attacking while in Punisher mode to deal crazy damage. If you raise this too high, he will go into God mode very early and make this fight even longer. You might as well just restart the match here. After Hell House recovers here, they will jump up, so switch to Aerith to deal damage from far away. When the chairs start being launched at you, be sure to dodge them by going left or right or block them. Move out of the way quickly because Hell House will jump when he's done with this and it will land where you're standing and deal a lot of damage. When it lands, be sure to watch out for the next attack called Jetstream. It hits in a very far range, but Cloud can counterstance this attack if you cannot get far away. Now get back into the melee range and continue attacking the boss, and you can even be sure to hit the arms to deal more staggered damage. At this point, we just need to keep hammering on the damage. Watch out and dodge House Call whenever he uses it, because he will jump to your location and knock you down. Hell House will now switch to a random elemental, switch back to Aerith and cast the corresponding weakness, which in my case right now is Arrow. Cloud is fine, he's actually being healed by the lightning attack as we speak. But Arrow will take off the lightning resistance because with it on, we cannot attack Hell House physically. The boss will now be in the pressured state, but somehow still able to attack and completely mess Aerith or Cloud up. So be sure to get in and raise that stagger bar immediately, and also heal your character if that is needed. This is your window to deal the most possible damage that you can, so bring on everything. I use Infinity Blade right here, but you can actually use Braver twice as it can deal slightly more damage for the same cost as Infinity Blade. Make sure that the party is healed up right here because after this segment, the boss will go into its final phase where it flies around the map. When he gets to about a quarter health left, the final phase will activate, so I recommend switching to Aerith and go stand in the middle of the stage. The boss will launch these chairs at you again, just dodge them to the best of your abilities or hold block to reduce the incoming damage. Heaven's Ward is when the boss goes in the air and he will be launching rocket chairs at you. Be sure to dodge them by going left or right or just block to reduce the incoming damage. Attack every now and then also to make sure that you have max ATB bars. Hell House will also be counting down while in the air, so keep your eye on it for when it reaches 1. The boss will immediately go into a random elemental resistance and try to charge at you. So now you need to go into the command menu immediately as soon as that shield goes down. Go into the command menu to slow time down and be sure to cast whatever spell is their weakness. Hell House lit up green for me right here, so I had to use Thundaga, but this will possibly be different for you. This will knock him down and put him in a pressured state immediately. Now you have to act quickly with Cloud and do as much damage as possible to take him out. Even cast Thundaga with Aerith here to deal massive damage because if they recover from this point, they will summon a sweeper and a cutter for you now to have to fight. Thundaga is super strong here, so that alone might just end the fight for you guys, and there you go. We have defeated the Hell House on hard. This fight was not that hard, especially when you know what attacks to use during certain mechanics. Let me know what you guys thought about this method. Counterstancing his charge attack at the beginning of phase 2 for me was a game changer. I didn't see anyone else doing that online, and it immediately puts him into a pressured state so you can just start going insane on it. I hope I was able to get this out for those of you guys who have been having a hard time passing this fight. From what I've read in the comments of other videos, a lot of you guys have been putting off playing the game just to take a break from this fight. So I hope this video gets you guys back into the hard mode grind and one step closer to that amazing platinum trophy. Give yourself a pat on the back or a self high five because you guys earned it. And that wraps it up for the Hell House hard mode boss fight guide, guys. Let me know in the comments below what you all thought about this and keep me updated on if you got to beat him as well or if this method helped you guys out. I'm having a lot of fun dissecting these fights and figuring out what new ways we can battle as well as figuring out new builds to showcase you guys to make the gameplay feel a bit different. I do hope this game receives an update sometime soon. I'd love to see what type of features they could add to this game if they really considered it. Up next will be the full team hard mode build video you guys have all been asking about, and after that I will have a few projects that I'm working on to bring to you guys. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. More Final Fantasy VII videos will be coming your way and you won't want to miss that. My name is BltzZ and thanks for watching.